Alright, welcome back to another Kuma style review. Hopefully you liked that intro because, wanted to give it a little bit, something that's a little bit more badass for a more badass figure. Right here we have Bandai's Tamashii D-Arts Zero Type 2. There are some variances between this and Type 1 and the fact that it comes with things like the swords and whatnot. And I believe the Type 1 comes with Blast as well, but I don't have it in hand, so I can't say that for certain. But anyways, let's go ahead and get on to the figure, because I am in love with this thing. I almost want to finish this up in 2 minutes and start playing with it again. But anyways, just taking a look at the figure there. We'll look at it from all angles. Okay, there's the side. There's the back. And before I forget, the hair is on a joint of its own. It is movable up and down and side to side. It's got a ball joint of its own. It does make it kind of back heavy though, because there's no die cast in the legs. So it's honestly the most solid plastic on the figure in that hair being on its back. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it does take away from some of the posability without like a Tamashii stand or something like that. So okay, there we go with him so far. Get his arm adjusted correctly. And yeah, as you can see, this guy's a bad ass. The one thing that I like about Zero is throughout the Mega Man X series, you play Mega Man's story and he definitely grows and he matures and he gets new skills, gets new armors and things like that. As you can see in the intro, that was from Mega Man X1. Zero was introduced off the bat as a bad ass. Like, that dude just had it from the get-go. He was that dude. I love Zero. Not really the biggest fan of what they've done with him lately in terms of the Game Boy Advance games and stuff like that. Just don't like that aesthetic, but still an awesome character. Okay, so looking at the accessories here, let's go ahead and get focused, both on the accessories and what I'm talking about. We've got the blaster cannon. Like Vile, it also comes with a hollow end so that you can, put the blast accessories in. This version of Zero doesn't come with any, but for example, you could peg in the ones that came with Mega Man X. And then they can go on to the end of the cannon. So I'll actually just leave that there. He comes with 2 alternate faces, a variety of hands, 2 open hands, and 2 to hold the swords here. Okay. And you'll see that one of the swords, the slash end, actually doesn't have the handle attached. That's because the handle that's currently on Zero's back right now comes out. Oops, sorry for shaking the camera there. Like so. And then we just go ahead and insert it into the end there. And boom, we've got a slash. But with that, that gives us a good opportunity to go ahead and take a look at some of the accessories and things like that. But first I want to get into his overall posability. We already went over his hair. He's got double ball joints on the neck, 1 at the chest connection, 1 at the helmet connection. He does have swivel in the chest here. His chest is on a ball joint where it meets the torso. Torso's on another ball joint where it meets the waist. So he has some sexy, weird wiggle action. His thighs, also on ball joints with rotation. Knees, full bend, also on ball joints with rotation. Fully supported ankle rotation with the ball joints as well. So, just like Vile, he's very posable. And like I said, with Vile, there's definitely that shared, not only aesthetic, but articulation, posability, and stuff like that as well. So it's just a beautiful thing. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and look at some of the accessories here. Like Vile, his arm actually pops off. his forearm piece there. And we can go ahead and pop on the blaster cannon. But what I'm going to do is take off the end of the blaster cannon. There's a little slit here that makes it easier to pop off with your fingernails and things like that. And I'll pop on the end that has the blast on it. Okay, so now that that's attached, I'm just going to go ahead and peg the arm back in here. Okay. Alright, so there's that part. Now let me go ahead and protect myself here by getting a Tamashi stand, just to help give him some balance and stuff like that. Just peg that to the waist. Because yeah, we're going to go ahead and look at a variety of these accessories. And we'll go ahead and change out the head too. We're just going to do this piece by piece. Alright, so popping the head off carefully at the ball joint on the neck, while making sure the figure himself is secure. Okay, now with that, just want to make sure we're in focus. The head, reposition that. Okay, so the head here, it actually pops off at the mask. There is spacing right there. And all you've got to do is push it forward. I prefer just going under the mask at the face and popping that outwards. Okay. And what you'll have is this right here. Okay? So I'm just going to take the head and it just slides out. It's blatant where the faces slide in and out, so no worries about that. Okay? You just pop the other head in. And everything lines up and pegs on the back helmet to put it back into place very easily. So if you take a quick look at it before you do it, you can see. So give me 1 second. It's hard to do here at this angle on camera. And there we go. Okay? If I don't break everything first, we are good to... Alright. Pop that on. So let's go ahead and get the character back in focus now. Or actually, I'll put him forward a bit since we're at the point where we're doing alright. Okay, angle the head. Alright, so he's blasting, he's yelling. What would make this more badass? How about one of the swords? So what we're going to do is take one of the hands that's meant to hold the swords. And I like the motion blade the best. Like, honestly, that's just bee's knees for me. It just clips into the hand right there. What we're going to do is just pop this hand out. And pop that into the ball joint. Okay, so there we go. You've got Zero there. He's blasting stuff. He's yelling. He's being that badass that his character's meant to be. Overall, definitely a good figure and a good effort from Bandai with their D-Arts line. Let me get this angled up. Or I'll actually bring the camera back so that you can see it all. Get it focused. But yeah, just a fantastic effort and a fantastic figure. Another A+ from the D-Arts line. So far, so good. My next one's going to be Mega Man X full armored. And then after that, the original Mega Man X that has no armor at all. So thank you again for watching. Pick up this figure as soon as you see him. I want to go ahead and get Zero Type 1 for review purposes, but we'll see what comes up. I've got some other things that are a priority right now in terms of toy collecting. But anyway, thanks again for watching. It's been real. See you next time.